Hi, and welcome to video 9 of Function Basics. This will be either the last or the next to the last video in this set. We're going to talk for a little bit about idiot-proofing your functions. Basically, this is a way to check your inputs and be sure that the inputs provided are the type that your function is expecting so that you can produce a nice explanatory explanation to your user if something fails and it doesn't just crash. So for instance, here I'm checking in this function called weight mean. It's a function of two variables, a set of values and a set of weights. And I check to see if the lengths are equal. If they are not equal, then I stop. So I stop executing the function with this error message. If it is not that case, so if I didn't stop, then I do the sum of the weights times the values divided by the sum of the weights. Now, here I did this and I checked it with things that were of different lengths and saw, in fact, that I got my error message. And I want to check a case where it doesn't have to happen. So let's do 1 times 4, and then let's do the vector 2, 4, 0, 2. Okay. So I get the weighted mean, so it works and gives me an error message if they are different lengths. So this is an example of using the stop function. So you're checking if a certain condition happens that you need to stop from. The other thing you can use is a stop if not. So stop if not will check that each argument is true and issues a generic error message if there is a problem. So we will test this one out with a similar sort of thing. So here I'm going to check if it's is it logical? And so if it's not logical, right, if this na.rm is not logical, then I'm going to stop. I'm also going to check if this thing that's provided here in the third argument has length 1 or not. So it has to be logical and it has to be length 1. Otherwise, I'm going to stop. Okay, I'm also going to stop if the lengths are not equal, right? And then if the na.rm is the case, then I will do this processing. So I'll fix things if I have an na.rm, and otherwise I'll just take the weighted sum. So that's my function that I'm going to enter. And now I'm going to see what that looks like if I pass in something that's incorrect. So let's say I pass in a third argument that's not logical. Then I get an error. Okay. I could also try the same thing where I have vectors of two different lengths, and that should also give me an error. Okay, so this is a way that I can check for error messages and be sure I'm passing the correct things into my function. So we have the stop command and we have the stop if not command. Now, you're going to practice this. You're going to practice this by rewriting your rescale 01 function that you did in a previous assignment, and you're going to check to see if all the inputs are numeric. If they are not, then I want you to stop and output the message, inputs must all be numeric. Okay, come back and we'll do our last video, I promise, on function basics. Thank you.